Welcome back, guys, to another Beyond All Reason casting episode. My name's Panda, and today we have one of the faction war games. This is one of the qualifiers. It's a 3-team tournament where each player has to choose a different faction. So you've got Legion, Armada, Cortex. This is going to be lit. Let's jump right into this. So today, also I've learned a couple things, guys, about casting. Also, do want to mention, I did say in the last episode I would do kind of a review on a single player, but the faction wars came up, so I was like, hey, I've got to do a review of this. They're pretty sick. I haven't actually watched this video before. I did watch a couple. I stayed on the stream for about an hour. It was about 6 hours long or something like that. So I was like, hell nah. But I was going to stream it live, but I couldn't do that. So here we are now. Let's get in. Right. So blue team, we have Autopilot, Sash Corrin, and Yanami, as you can see. Sash Corrin is in Armada, Legion for Autopilot, and Yanami is in Cortex, obviously. I don't know why I struggled. Now, Cortex for Xerxes, Darth Revan with Legion as well. So both kind of eco players are going to be Legion, and then Blowdeer in the Armada. So for this map, kind of the strategy here is have one kind of one eco player, and then have two players that push out, right, to defend kind of the area, so that this eco player can then produce units to kind of take over the map and hopefully win. Now, a lot of ticks on the map, lots of scouts. There's a lots of I hate that I go I need to stop doing that. Anyway, there's these new units. I'm not going to know all of them. There's an Alaris there, which it's like a light tank, I think. It's a little bit heavier. It's like a little bit stronger than a tick or like a scout, but it's not as good as a pawn, I believe, or like a blitz. It looks like the vehicle lab for Legion. I did hear that the bot lab was better. Oop. But recording didn't see that, so we're all good. But the map is so big, I think vehicles are just better. It's like, it's better to have kind of the spread out of information, having quick response times, especially when there's so many people on the map. There's 3 people in each team. There's going to be a lot of units. There's going to be a lot happening this game. I know it's not our usual 1v1, but it's faction wars. So we'll have to see. Also, I'd like to mention, as obviously the game gets ready, looks like Blowdeer spamming out a lot of ticks. Now, ticks are one of like the most highly efficient units in the game. So that should be pretty smart from Blowdeer. I'm not sure how they pair up to any of the Legion vehicles, but there is a VFX update. I'm not sure if it's in this match. It looks like it is, yeah. As you can see, like the bullets are like a lot better, and the explosions and everything, and the smoke, everything's upgraded. So we're going to see that as well. We're going to see the Legion faction, we're going to see the new VFX update, and we'll see how it goes. A lot of ticks in the middle here. See what they can do. Looks like the Helios cannot deal. Oh my goodness. Okay. Looks like the Helios cannot deal with that. I mean, I doubt any kind of unit could really deal with that amount of ticks. They only got rid of a couple of them. Now, Blowdeer kind of undecided on where he wants to go, getting rid of a metal extractor being built. So that Helios dies. There's a lot of Helios here. I don't think any of those ticks are going to live. Lovely. Alright, Xerxes taking control over his side. Blowdeer losing his side, really, but Blowdeer's kind of going for that macro. He's trying to get in the back lines, right? Whereas Xerxes is gaining control. I think that's a pretty good split, to be fair. I think it looks like a lot of orange units coming into the back here. See if these Helios can do any damage. Xerxes spotting the commander, trying to go for the kill. Now we've got Yanami has units in the back line as well. This is very mirrored right now. Holy moly, this is mirrored. Looks like more of a tick reaction to the Helios, though. Let me know, guys, Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Legion. I would like to know. Personally, this is just kind of a focus point, a focal point. It's like these Helioses ended up... Oh, they're not even Helioses, they're Alaris. Useless! He clapped. Okay, Helios is doing lots of damage over here. Sashkaran's base absolutely destroyed. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. I want to see that. Yep. Boom. Okay, Sashkaran in a very sticky situation. But let me know in the comments below what you think of Legion. And personally, right, I want to know what you guys think specifically on this. What do you think it was themed after? I'm going for like an early 2000s, like, fruit to get arrow kind of style thing. But I'm curious what you guys think and whether you agree with me or not. And if you don't, let me know, please. I'm so curious. Now, a lot of Helios is sent over to Yanami's side. Bloater's still pumping out these ticks. I mean, they've proven pretty effective, to be honest. And Yanami really has not been pressing this front line more than I feel like he could. He has to be able to react to this. But I think just allowing Bloater to distract him with a bunch of ticks is not going well. It also seems like Yanami is kind of struggling a little bit for economy-wise. It looks like he's mostly sending his units, his stuff to autopilot. Same with Sashkaran. So it's kind of just an eco game here. Oh my goodness, is that just an air factory that I just saw? Oh, that looks sick! What? That's like the Star Wars like shit. That looks fucking sick. Hang on, pause. That looks so cool. One awesome ship design. Okay, get back into the game. That was fucking awesome. I'm liking Legion so far. This is kind of my first proper look at Legion, in terms of gameplay. I've actually never seen that unit before. That's really cool. I think that's like the fighter. It's like a drone. Yeah, fighter scout drone. That's cool. That's really cool. Sashkaran taking a very strong position here in the middle. Looks like Blolder trying to go around him. And Thurxie doing a good job in keeping Sashkaran under control, however, slipped past. Now, how easily do these LLTs deal with these Helios? Because if these Helios get past, this could be some big damage. Okay, I mean, pretty badly. It looks like even one could take down an LLT, so I think LLTs are going to be less effective and less useful as this Legion faction is implemented. This is the first competitive look at Legion, and it means it's pretty viable. Now, Autopilot spamming out troops here to try and help this front line, but he's completely unaware of the impending air attack. Or maybe it's not an air attack. It could just be them building fighters. But as we haven't seen any air from Autopilot, I say it's worth the risk. I say go for it. Go for some bombers. I haven't seen the bombers from Legion yet, so I'm interested to see how that goes. If that's the angle they go for. Now let's see Legion into Legion here. Looks like everyone's just using Helios. Not even bothering with pawns or blitzes or anything like that. Helios must be very efficient then. And it looks like that was a massive lost trade for Thurxie and Bloater. The enemy's commander's just about to die. Oh goodness. Okay, he got saved in the end. Look how many. That looks like something like a brown star. Oh! Okay. What are these? The mosquitoes. Okay, so these are like the gunships. They shoot missiles. But they like charge up over time. Holy, they do a lot of damage. Okay, so now we need to see an air. We need to see an air counter-attack, which we are seeing. Some fighters are. Fighter on fighter action now. I feel like in slow motion this could be really cool. Like literally a Star Wars battle. That would be sick. Anyway. Moving swiftly on. Now, Xerxes did get donated those gunships, it seems like. This game is kind of like Autopilot versus Revan, Eco, and then the micro of Corrin and the enemy. That's what this game is. Which is quite interesting, I guess. Put the high... Oh no, I guess Blodir is a similar rank. I mean, in terms of OS, Blodir is... Red team is the favorite. Commander getting killed there. The enemy's commander has not healed. A little bit of a risky situation. Sash Corrins ends up dying. This is not looking good at all. Sash Corrin's base completely destroyed. He's completely out of the game. These fighters not doing a very good job at killing these gunships. Not even shooting. Okay, well, I mean, it seems like these fighters are kind of more of a... I guess they shoot directly instead of missiles, so... You can't really just send them through the bombers like you do with other fighters, right? And they'll shoot their missiles as they go past. You've got to actually target them. That appears to be what it is. Which is interesting, for sure. Autopilot looks like he's trying to regain those metal extractors they lost on Corrin's side. Look, Corrin's done a good job in kind of limiting Xerxes. But this game is looking a little bit Jova. More and more fighters enter the fray. What's that like Quibblecop mean? It's like dashing through this magical forest. Okay, you guys probably think I'm like schizophrenic now. If you search it up, you'll know, you'll find it. All right, don't come for me. This VFX update is quite interesting. It's hard to notice when obviously I'm zoomed out trying to look at the overall kind of strategy. But to be honest, there isn't really much strategy going on right now. There's kind of just absolute drone Armageddon. Autopilot isn't able to produce enough units to take these out. Now, they're very weak. So actually, like, this tier 1 anti-air doesn't really help too much because all three of them shoot 1. Wherein they would just die to 1 anyway. So you're using a 3-to-1 ratio and they have to reload and stuff. So I don't think that was really ideal. Anti-air. I think there's some other anti-air towers I think could have been better, like the Lupara maybe. It's kind of like a chain gun. The blue team desperately holding on. Got some bombers? Yeah. Coming in for the final show. Oh, that's Pog. Wait, that's actually sick. What the fuck? That is so sick. Yo! They got like some kamikaze bombers, bro. Wait, that was sick. That was like some Messerschmitt kind of like fucking bombing. They'd shoot a bomb and then just crash into the ground. That's so cool. Messerschmitt weren't kamikaze, but they were dive bombers. They had dive bombers. Messerschmitt's a company. But Looks like autopilot's units. That was sick though. Okay, and we're gonna get another wave of them. I actually really want to see that again. Yeah, as obviously, you know, as this game is so big, it's kind of hard to tell the VFX update. But you can see it in the, like, jets of the units, and the lasers and the explosions. It does look a lot nicer. It's such a cool, so, like, origami solar collector. It's actually super, super cool. Getting definitely an early 2000s vibe. Got some more bombers coming in, sneaking past. These fighters trying to attract the anti-air. But look, they're only taking one out at a time because they're not targeting separate things. Some bombers coming in. Come on. They drop a couple bombs. Boom. That is fucking sick. That is badass. That is game over as well. Oh no. It looks like they finally managed to gain air superiority over flipping Reven. But they're so far behind now, and Bloated's forces are in the back. Jeez. It's just not gone well. Absolute control, as you can see. The different colours indicate the different players and how much they occupy of that. So yellow having a large majority of the metal. Oh, and suddenly autopilot got a load because he was reclaiming. Sorry about that if you guys can hear my phone vibrating. But yeah, this is probably game over, I'm gonna be honest. That really sucks. Loader now getting some units. He's going tier 2. With some Jaguars and anti-air. I didn't think the anti-air was really needed. If you got Jaguars, you know? I mean, there is only 2 of them, but who do I know? What do I know, you know? I feel like maybe just a 3rd Jaguar would have been better, you know? Because the drones get killed pretty instantly anyway. And look, the flag's even just missing. I guess a big group of them, but it seems pretty ineffective. And then they call the GG. Well, that was awesome. There is actually a new video released. Actually, we should have just watched the explosions. Explosions?
Battle ended.
Why was that such a big crater? Anyway, let's quit here. So, should have looked at the graphs, but it's fine. Oh, look, Nation Wars. Registration. The 4th edition of a friendly competition to find out which nation is the best at bar. You guys should probably join that. Anyway, this is the Lightbringer update. So this is the video. Don't know whether the video will pop up. Alright. Yeah, this is the overhaul, the visual overhaul. Oh dear. Why does it look so... I think the bitrate of YouTube is just shit. God. But... you know, it looks pretty nice. I mean... I think there's going to be some really beautiful kind of gameplay. I'm working on another project soon, and actually this VFX update will help that, so... oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool, I like that. The action lights. Oh, they upgraded the... okay, the anti-nuke did look kind of ass. I'm glad they changed that. That looks nice. And yeah, so there's the thrusters that we saw. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty good. And there's some explodings. I would like to see the dive bombers. They're so cool. Even sexier fusions. can't lie, that didn't look any different. That could be me being stupid, but that did not look any different. It definitely looks nicer though. The fusions didn't look any different, but this looks so much nicer. And yes, we needed that. It felt so like unheavy. It was like, oh, I have this unit that isn't that heavy, apparently. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, the heat distortions. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. Oh, night mode. Hog. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That was kind of the review. I'll have a new video up soon, but thanks guys for watching. Leave a comment down below, subscribe, like. I'll see you in the next